Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to talk about how I ran my new fuel system in my Subaru WRX. Okay guys, so this is the WRX and it has a hybrid motor swap in it, and the motor is a fully built motor, so it's bored out. It has oversized bearings, mainly H-Tough piston or rods. It has JE forged pistons. The compression ratio is 8.5 to 1. It has the 2.0 WRX heads, but they have 272 cams, valves, retainers, and all that good stuff. And then we have a Force Performance red turbo that has a upgraded compressor housing, billet wheel, and a ladder shaft, and all kinds of other goodies. But the main point of this video is to talk about my fuel system. So as you can see, we have fuel rails, fuel lines, fuel pressure regulator. So anyway, when I did this, I really wanted to have the stainless steel lines. I wanted to have the AIG, these are the V2 fuel rails, and a fuel pressure regulator, just so that way if I want to run E85 at some point, you know, I should be pretty good to go. So to start off with, let's just start at where the fuel comes in. So this is a 2002 WRX. So the fuel would come in on this bottom, there are the 3 ports, and I've got rid of the middle one, that was the breather, but the bottom one would be the fuel inlet. Anyway, so I got fuel hose, and that is connected onto the hard line down there, and then that goes into an 8AN fitting, and then this is an 8AN fuel filter, and I believe this is just a Summit fuel filter. You can unscrew it up here, and then there's an 8AN 90, and that runs along to here. And then there's another, so it's hard to see, there's another 8AN 90, and then that runs into 8AN T. And then I have 2 8AN to 6AN reducers, one on that side and one on that side, and then those go into 6AN lines. And so one runs right along there into the fuel rail, and then the one on this side runs right along there into the fuel rail. So this fuel rail is in parallel, so that means normally a fuel system would be in series, so your fuel would run into one, then it would run into the other and around, and then into your fuel pressure regulator. What this does, this equalizes the pressure between both of your fuel rails, so you have equal pressure. So you have each of these lines are equal length. So one runs to that rail, and then equal pressure runs to this rail. And then I had to have an 8AN 45 to get that to work. And then that circles around and goes into my fuel pressure regulator. And then same on this side, except I could use a 90 on this side. But that runs around under through there, and then that goes into my fuel pressure regulator. And both of those lines are equal length also. So basically you want everything to be equal length, so you have perfectly equal pressure between both fuel rails. And then that runs into my fuel pressure regulator. And then I have a 6AN return line. And that runs up to here, which goes into this fuel line that goes into my return line. And I got rid of the middle one because that was just the breather for the gas tank. And I have another video about deleting that whole system. But now the one issue here that I have is because I put this right here, it's really tight. So my pipe actually hits it, and it doesn't quite fit like the way it should. So if I could redo it, I would probably figure out a way to mount it. I don't know, maybe up here a little bit more out of the way so this wouldn't hit it. But everything just barely fit. And this is your air motive air pressure regulator along with the gauge. Anyway, so then that's adjusted to 43, I believe it's 43 PSI, which when you're under vacuum, it reads like 38 or something like that. But yeah, that's how I ran my whole system. At the moment, I still have the SCI 565 injectors, but I have 950 injectors I will be putting in at some point. But there's not really a huge point until I really tune this for more power. So yeah, I have not upgraded the fuel pump yet. I have a Walbro 255, which should be plenty for anything 93, but I'll probably go to the, I think it's the 455, I forget. Anyway, that's probably what I'll do. So yeah, that's how I ran everything. There are definitely multiple ways to run it. A lot of people have the fuel pressure regulator over here, and they just have one fitting going into one side, and they have a T. Again, you can do it kind of whatever way you want, but that is how I decided to run it. Anyway, just a short video, but thank y'all for watching. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. If there's any other videos you want me to make on how I did some of this, just, shoot me a message or a comment, and I will try to get that to you as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks y'all for watching, and y'all have a good day.